video, but I basically got the download, I guess you want to call it, or message, that the reason that somebody's attacks aren't working on you is because when you manifested your highest and best timeline, it didn't include a hater. You didn't say, all right, I want to get everything I want, and I still want somebody hating on me. I still want somebody targeting me. I still want somebody sending me negative energy. You're not on the same wavelength. You're not on the same level. You are not in alignment with hateful, negative, nasty energy. That's why that energy does not work on you. That's why you don't see it. Just like I said in my little YouTube short the other day when I had the braids, and I was like, it just kind of rolls off the shoulders, and it kind of just like a hater or a peon just kind of like, it's like a bug, or I can just flick you. That's how insignificant your haters are. That's how insignificant a peon is. I could just flick you, okay, if I felt like it. If I felt like lifting my finger up and using my divine energy to use it on you, at most, I'm just going to flick you. That's it. Nothing more. I'd rather let God handle you, okay? I feel like that's the type of energy that you embody. You'll let God handle it. Because it's like these people are not even worth your time. And it's not about looking down on people. These are people who have targeted you. These are people who have been hateful towards you for no reason. You out here minding your business, spreading love in real life, not for fake. And somebody could come for you, and it's just like, are you even worth transmuting? Are you even worth doing a return to sender? Are you even worth, like, I'm gonna just talk to big God about that. I'm gonna let God handle that exactly how God sees fit, because I don't have to lift a finger, because we sit pretty over here, don't we, you guys? Like, we sit on our throne, we sit pretty. We don't really have to do the extra. It doesn't mean that we won't, okay? But we know how to choose our battles wisely, and not every single hater that comes up against you is worth your energy. Not every single person who has something to say is worth your energy, okay? That's why we call them peons. That's how insignificant that you are to somebody like you, viewer. That's how insignificant these people can be. It's not worth my time and energy to address you. And not only that, like I said, these people are not on the same timeline as you. You did not manifest this amazing life and include these people from the past or these negative energies. So when these people or these entities or these energies or these spirits, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter, try to come up against you, that's another reason why it doesn't work. Not only are you vibrating too high for something like that to work, you're vibrating too high for them to even be on your level, but also you are on a different timeline than them, okay? I thought of this analogy earlier today in traffic. Timelines to me are kind of like cars. You know, when you're driving and you're on the road and it's like you're in a bunch of traffic, especially for those of you who live in a city, there's hundreds of cars on the road. Every single one of those cars represent a different timeline. It could be the same make and model, but it may not be the same year. It could be the exact same make and model of a car, but it's not going to be the same color. Even if those two cars are almost identical, they're not going to the same destination. Even if they're going to the same destination, it may be a Jeep and it may be a Mercedes, okay? You get what I'm saying? Like, each one of these cars on the road represent a different timeline. Everybody has a different destination. They have a different perception of where they're going. They have a different perception of how they feel on the way there. Every single car is a different timeline. If that person is not in your car, they can't come to your timeline. These people who are trying to align themselves with you and make themselves relevant in your life, they're on a completely different timeline than you, okay? So that's why it's not going to work. They would have to be in the car with you. I would even go as far as to say they would have to be in the driver's seat. Okay, because when we talk about destiny, right, we talk about what destiny truly means. I'm a big believer in there is no such thing as a destiny swap. Okay, nobody can take what God has for you. I said that in my last video. There's going to be people who are going to look at your life and feel like they're deserving of what you have, but they have not put the work in that you have put in. They have not gone through the trials and tribulations that you have gone through. They see you on the outside and they see somebody who is in their God-like energy or their goddess-like energy. You're queen and you're in your king-like energy, right? They see you and they're like, man, I want to be him. I want to be her, or that's not fair. And they look so good and they're glowing. They have no idea what you went through, okay? I hate that, especially for people, and not to sound shallow, but especially for people who, on the outside, you may be very handsome, okay? We're not gonna pretend like some of y'all are not handsome. We're not gonna pretend like some of y'all are not gorgeous. But it's like one of those things, especially when you're spiritual, because I do believe beauty can be perceived as a spiritual gift as well. It's all about how you use it. Y'all are very beautiful people, okay? So a lot of times when you're beautiful and you're attractive, people look at you like there's never been anything that's ever happened to you in your life. You've never gone through anything wrong. You've never been harmed in any type of way. Your life is just perfect just because of how you look. They have no idea the things that you went through as a child. They have no idea the things that you are going through currently. They have no idea the battles that you face every single day. They just look at you and say, she's so gorgeous, or he is so handsome. His life must be perfect. And they have no idea. And it's like they look at you and they think, okay, that's not fair. It's not fair that this person has this, and that. But it's like, honey, if you ever even dared to step foot in my shoes, you would crumble, you would choke, you would fall apart, because you can never walk the path that I have walked. Never, because you are not me. And I said that to say, along with the analogy of they low-key need to be in the driver's seat because you're the one driving, okay? You're the one who knows where you're going, okay? Passengers are more so just people you want to bring along with you, people who have been good to you, you know, people that you love, like your kids, things of that nature. But if they're not in that seat behind the wheel, making them turns, they can't go where you're going, okay? So they can send all the negative energy that they want to. They can send all the hateful energy that they want to. It's not going to work. It's never going to work.